What's going on, YouTube? Son of a silver stacker here. Welcome to the best daily U.S. Mint news channel on YouTube. Today's date's the 20th of May, 2026, and in this video, well, the United States Mint made a bunch of additions to their website concerning release dates. Not only that, they've upped the mintage for a coin that's going to be dropping soon, and we also have a mintage for the first best of the mint. That's right, a lot going on over there at the United States Mint. Now, before any of that, though, make sure you hit that like button. We're trying to get this video to go viral. Also, if you're new here or you're a returning viewer, make sure you hit subscribe. We're trying to get to a bazillion subs. That's right. Also, I'm always live, never edited, and always unscripted. I never know what I'm not going to say. Now, let's bounce over to moneymetals.com so I can show you those live spot prices. So, yeah, not needing that one there. Bingo. All right, let's scroll up to the top of the page. Yeah, it looks like everything is basically flat today. Gold up 15 pennies to 44.94.65. Silver up $1.60 to 76.07. Platinum up 7.30 to 19.42.30. Palladium up 11.65 to 13.87.80. And Dr. Copper up 4 pennies to 6.23 per pound. Over here, you're looking at an in-stock American Silver Eagle, whose premium is $16.99 for a quantity of 1 through 9 of these bad boys here. You're going to be asked to pay in here $93.06. Now the buyback, that's a sell to them, is $75.21, and that's definitely below the silver ask price at the moment, but that could change any time right now, right? Now let's bounce over to the United States Mint's product schedule. Now we already had the Warren G presidential silver medal dropped, and I'll tell you, I think every product for 2026 should have that Liberty Bell privy. I'm just saying, even products like this that are going to be made, into an eternity, maybe just the ones that were struck in 2026 have that Liberty Bell privy. But anyway, I digress. Let's keep it on. So May 26th, we know about this already. That's going to be in 6 days from now, less than a week. All right, that's going to be the 26th. That's Tuesday, and I'm probably going to be going live for that one, so don't miss that. That's going to be kind of fun. But the question is now, will this Enduring Liberty $half sell out? Because, well, the United States Mint did something yesterday, and look at that. The two-roll set now has a mintage limit of 100,000. Yeah, that's kind of a few. And then the two-roll, that was for the two-roll set. Now the 200-coin bag is 50,000. And, I got to thinking, I'm like, wait a minute, what are they doing here? That is an enormous amount of money, especially 100,000 at $60 a pop. What's the mint making there? So let's go, $60. You multiply that by 100,000, right? If they do sell 100,000 of those bad boys, yeah, that's going to be $6 million on this particular coin that day. And a good number, and then 180. Oh man! And I don't even know that they're actually going to be able to sell that many that day, that first day. But the household order limit is 2. For both products. For the 200-coin bag, it's going to be limited to 2, and the two-roll set is also limited to 2. Now we're talking the 200-coin bag, and you're looking at $180. Goodness gracious! You multiply that by 50. Remember, the other one was 6 million, right? Yeah, 9 million on the bag. So there you go. That's $15 million in one day on one product if it sells out. And you know what? Let me see here. I just wanted to find out. I'm going to go to the coin apps to see what the seigniorage on this one is. So I'm at coinapps.com, and this is kind of a stream of consciousness moment here. I'm going to go to Clad U.S. Modern Coin Calculator. There we go. I could do rolls, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do here U.S. Coin Melt Calculator, and I'm going to go right over here to the Kennedy $half from 1971 to 2026. Because it is not silver, we can go, well, let's see one coin on that one. Okay, so there you go. It's about 16 cents for the United States Mint to produce. Let's see here, 50 cents, right? A 50-cent piece minus 0.157. Yeah, they're going to make 49 cents. That's not right. That's not right, is it? Melt value, 15 cents. I don't think that's right. My math is not mathing this morning. That's 15 cents lower. So we're looking at 35 cents or so. I don't know what I just did there. I'm kind of off this morning. But anyway, let's say the mint goes just off the rails and strikes millions of these. I think that's going to get him a lot of seigniorage, and that those coins are going somewhere, right? They're going into circulation. They're going to banks. They may be even leaving the country into other countries where they use the dollar, maybe Panama, maybe even El Salvador. Who knows? But that's quite interesting. So yeah, 15 cents for 50 cents. It's nothing like the Lincoln cent that they deleted. Nor is it anything like the Jefferson nickel, which is about almost 14 or 15 cents to strike one nickel. So they're losing money on that one. And it'll probably be, the nickel will probably be deleted as well going forward. Or they can change the metal composition of that. So there it is. The Mint is making a good bit of money on this, 6 million and 9 million, 9 million for the bags. And then we're looking at 6 million if they sell the total number, 100,000 and then 50,000 of the 2-roll coin sets. Yeah, that's a good bit of money. 15 million. That's a lot. Now let's keep on keeping on. Here we have May 28th. We knew about that. We had dates up until June 30th, which was the uncirculated coin set. And remember, they increased the mintage on that one too to 300,000. Oh, man. Now, June 4th has a release, and let's see how far away that one is. June 4th is going to be 2 weeks from this Thursday, so 2 weeks from tomorrow, we're going to have a Best of the Mint Mercury dime and silver medal set. There's only one silver medal in there, not two. That's just the obverse and reverse of the medal right there, so don't get confused there. It's a beautiful set, no doubt about it. However, looking at the mintage limit of 30,000, which the Mint just put up there recently in the last day or so, not a fan of that mintage. Not a fan of the mintage for the 2-roll set, nor the 200 coin bag. However, why would I say that? Not a fan. Well, because is it going to be worth less? Is it going to be worth more? Is it going to be something that flippers can make money on? You know, that's the real question. And so with the mintage of 30,000, we know that's kind of low for a silver medal. You know, the flowing hair silver medal did 49,000. Other mintages for medals were, 75,000 and so on and so forth. So this is on the low end, okay? But I think the question is, what would have been a better mintage? And I'm obviously, playing armchair quarterback right here. I think 25 would have been okay. I think 15 would have been better. But there it is, staring us right in the face, 30,000 of the Mercury dime gold coins and silver medals. And this could actually make the silver medals be a little bit more affordable on the secondary market, because we know that Mr. Paul Hollis over there at the United States Mint is actually for the collectors. He wants to make money. He wants to put the mint in the black again and keep it out of the red in all their products, not just, a few here and there that pay for the losses on the other coins. All right. So with that said, on some level, because this is layered like an onion, on some level, this is good for collectors. However, if you want something to be really expensive and an awesome item in your collection, you want low mintages and high grades. Now, is this considered low mintage? Yeah, 30,000's low. We just looked at the Kennedy $50 that had those P&D rolls were 100,000. So this is clearly way less than the $50 this year, and it's less than the 200 coin bag, right? That 200 coin bag was 50,000, and this one is almost less than half of that at 30,000. So that's still a low mintage in the grand scheme of things. And it begs the question, will the United States Mint, will the mintages match this one, or will they be lower? Because really, ultimately, you're looking at a really little bit of gold there. All right. This is not like 1 ounce of gold, 3/4 ounce of gold, ½ ounce of gold, 1/4 ounce of gold. I think that's going to be closer to 1/10 ounce worth of gold. And look at that. They've got all this information on there and the specs right there. So it's a dime. It's uncirculated. The finish is uncirculated finish. It's not going to be proof. All right. It's 4/9 fine gold. It's 1/10 of an ounce right there. Troy ounce. Silver weight, I don't know what they do with this. Oh, the silver medal is 1 troy ounce of silver. There we go. 3/9 fine silver, 4/9 fine gold, 1/10 of a troy ounce. The diameter is really tiny. It's almost a ½ inch, a little bigger than a ½ inch. It's got the reeded edge. It's got the West Point mint mark and the privy mark W. I don't know why they put a W privy mark on there. What is that even all about? Is it even considered a privy mark, or is that a typo? Not sure what's going on there. But there it is. What do you think, folks? It says here the best of the mint silver companion medal to the 1916 Mercury dime, also known as the Winged Liberty dime, features a design that continues from obverse to reverse that recalls the period of 1916 through 1945, when the Mercury dime was in circulation, representing years of great change and upheaval, both foreign and domestic, for the United States. Observing that during this period the United States would enter 2 world wars, liberty is depicted in both defensive and offensive positions. The obverse heads design extends to the reverse tails, which is kind of cool. It's the same story on the back and the front of the medal, with rays emitting from the tip of the sword, symbolic of hope at the end of conflict. Great Depression is represented by the Hooverville shacks, and the swirling waves in the background represent the Dust Bowl. The inscriptions is there 1916, 1945, and that's what I'm talking about right there. Bingo, yeah. There's the Hooverville shacks. Modern industry right there, farming. Then there's the Dust Bowl right there they're talking about with the waves of sand, even here as well. That's kind of cool. And then obviously the point of the, the leading edge of that sword right there with the bam, gotcha. You know what I mean? And then the shield overhead. Really cool. And look at the determination on that face right there. That's really cool. It's going to be amazing to see what these are going to cost on the secondary market. But I think that the 30,000 mintage limit on these probably set back the value on these somewhat, but will be interesting to see if this does sell out on the very first day. Now let's get back to the mint schedule, because they've done a whole lot of stuff. A lot. All right, like I said, the last day we had was going to be June 30th, and that was the uncirculated coin set. Well, they went and done other things. Oh, and by the way, somebody had a question, and I'm going to answer that right now. They were looking for privy marks on the circulating coin. Yeah, the only time you're going to find a privy mark on any of these coins this year is going to be on the American Liberty. That's it. No, not the American Liberty. My bad. The American Innovation coins, and that has the stylized gear privy as well as the Liberty Belt privy. But the Sacagawea dollar, the Jefferson nickel, the Lincoln cent, the emerging Liberty dime, the enduring Liberty $half, none of them have a privy mark on them, as well as the quarters. They don't have a privy mark as well. And the next quarter to drop is going to be featuring the Declaration of Independence, and I really love that coin. It is absolutely stunning. I think it's growing on me more than the Mayflower Compact quarter. And, obviously that Mayflower Compact quarter I'm a little bit biased to, since I'm related to John Alden. But that's the way it goes. I think this is probably going to be winner, winner, chicken dinner out of all the designs so far. All right, let's keep on keeping on, because look at that. We have a July 9th release for the reverse proof coin for the Morgan and Peace dollars. Those are no longer, and that's reverse proof, those are no longer in a 2-coin set. All right, and look at this. We got the best of the mint 1916 Standing Liberty quarter. And let's see if there's a mintage on that one now. Yeah, no. Nothing going on there. No description, no specifications. So the only one that has a specification is going to be from the 1916 Mercury dime. All right. Now let's keep on keeping on. So that was July 9th for those. July 10, 1 day later. What? 1 day later. Not a fan of that at all, July 10th. But then again, my big question is, where's the July 4th release? Shouldn't there be a July 4th release, or is that like going to ruin your July 4th party? Is that what they're thinking? Is that why there's nothing there scheduled for July 4th? Or will the mint have, pull a rabbit out of their hat and say, look what we got for July 4th at noon Eastern? And I don't think the people in the West Coast are really going to mind a July 4th drop, seeing how it's going to be 9 in the morning. You're not really doing July 4th activities yet at 9 in the morning Pacific time, other than maybe driving to a destination. Okay, Calvin has a date, July 14, July 21. Look at that. Wait a minute. What? Yeah, so after June 30th, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 releases for July. And remember, they only have 60 products, so that's 10% of the products right there. So July 15th, Calvin. July 21 is going to be, did I mention the silver proof set, June 11? I think I might have. All right, let's keep on keeping on. July 21 is going to be the American Eagle Enhanced Uncirculated. That's a big deal. And then 7 days later, a week later, you're going to have the last of the American Innovation coins, and that one features the state of Minnesota. After that, the only American Innovation coins that are going to be coming out is the reverse proof set. Let's keep on keeping on, because the Mint even does, they've added more here. So these are the August release. August 3rd, you're going to have the Comic Art 3-metal set, 2025 Superheroes, and this probably could have come out last year, but it's going to come out in the 8th month, okay, the 8th month of 2026 on August 3rd. Then August 6th, we have the third issuance, because we've already done two here, the Mercury Dime, the Standing Liberty, and this one's going to be the Walking Liberty. And these, I don't think these are the best ones yet, honestly. I think that 1804 is the winner, chicken dinner. All right, August 6th, Best of the Mint, and then August 25, 19 days later, yeah, Morgan Dollar Enhanced Uncirculated, the Peace Dollar Enhanced Uncirculated, then August 26th, the fourth issuance of the quarter series this year, and that features the U.S. Constitution. And then, bam, you're looking at it right there, August 26th or 27th. Look at that. 3 drops in a row. Look at that, August 25, August 25, August 26, August 27. I don't think I've seen any drops like this in quite some time. So if you're looking to buy the enhanced uncirculated Morgan or Peace Dollar, fantastic. That's excellent. But the very next day, and remember, these are on subscription, so you don't have to sweat the details for these bad boys right here. But you're going to have to sweat it out for the August 26th release for the U.S. Constitution, as well as the 1804 silver dollar. And I don't think the Mint is going to make 30,000 of these. I just don't think that's going to happen at all. I think they're going to cut the mintage probably to 15,000. And boy, oh boy, imagine if you had enough cheddar to buy each and every single Best of the Mint gold coins this year. That would be a beautiful addition to any collection, no doubt about it. And then here we're going to jump into, so August, then September 3rd, you've got the American Eagle, and that's the uncirculated coin. That might be enhanced. We don't know yet. The Best of the Mint St. Gaudens, September 24, and that would be the last, I believe, of the Best of the Mint series. And after that, we only have Seasons. That's right, Seasons in the Abyss over there at the United States Mint. So that's going to be fall, American Innovation Reverse Proof coin set. Then we've got the Herbert Presidential Silver Medal. Then we got the Morgan and Peace Dollar 2-coin set. It'll be interesting to find out if it really is the Diamond Field. That'll be wild to see that finally confirmed. Then we got a proof set that has fall. And then we got the last issuance of the Semiquincentennial quarters featuring Abraham Lincoln and the Gettysburg Address. I do like the reverse in that. A new nation conceived in liberty. A new nation. Didn't we start the new nation in 1776, but then again, there we go, 1865, we're a new nation. After that, you've got the Comic Art coin and medals, and that's really heavy at the back end. Like the remainder of the year is going to be Comic Art coins, as well as the FIFA, FIFA, FOFA, FUM World Cup coins, and those don't even have a season yet, even though we all know, because we watch TV and we listen to the radio, that the World Cup is going to be happening when? Say it with me, in June. Yeah, that's less than a week and a half away, and that's going to be in June. Is there anything going on here in June? Is there a big gap in the Mint product schedule for June? So we have June 4, Best of the Mint Merc Time, June 11, June 16, June 30th. Yeah, they could squeeze in the commemorative coin program from this year, but we don't know if that's really going to happen. But anyway, that's what's going on at the United States Mint. A lot of stuff to talk about as far as the mintages, as well as the new dates that we're seeing on here. And they go all the way up until the end of summer in September, late September. And then after that, we're looking at the dates in fall. Pretty good stuff. I'm really happy that the United States Mint's finally putting these dates. That way we can kind of get an idea of the money we're going to need at what time, at what point, to purchase these little beauties, right? These are all awesome. Anyway, let's go to the plus ones. I've yammered for way too long. All right, this is Proverb 19, number 22. And this one reads like Shakespearean theater to me. I don't know what. So, longing for a person is for his kindness, but a pauper, poor person, I guess, is better than a rich man who deceives. And I'm like, what? So I put my thinking cap on, and I think this is what it means, is that some people are going to seek out the friendship of someone who promises generosity, right? But it is better to be poor and promise nothing than to be rich and promise falsely. Yeah, it's lies, I'm telling you, lies. You live in a house of lies. It's sad, actually. Shouldn't laugh. Anyway, 99.9 KOI Coin News Radio. Whoa, whoa. This is 10 years after 1971 original mix. I love to change the world. This is 10 years after on their YouTube channel. And I love this song. This is great, great song. Lots of meaning, lots of stuff going on there. Now, with that said, I want to thank you all for coming. Thanks for dropping by. Don't forget to hit that like button. And if you do like what you're going to see, please sub the channel. It's absolutely free. You just show up and go. What's not free is going to be membership. That's $1.99 per month. It's really not that much money. And if it is, I hope that your financial situation gets better sooner than later. No doubt about it. It'd sure help out the channel. Get these videos going each and every single morning. And one more thing about this bus driver gig. Wow. I've spent 14 hours on a bus observing, the driver and then the kids and how the driver, manages the kids. That was really interesting. Some do it and some don't. And that's kind of wild to see. I can't imagine how I'm going to be. I imagine I'm not going to be their buddy. That's for sure. But then again, I'm going to be fair but strict, I think. I'm telling you, you got to really figure these things out. But what's interesting about this position is you work for about 3 or 4 hours in the morning, starting at about 5 in the morning, maybe 6 in the morning. So I got to get up extra early to do these videos. And then you get back home at around 9:45, 10 o'clock. And then you've got up and from like 10 o'clock till 2 o'clock to do whatever. And then you go from 2 till 5. So it's actually split into 2 segments, and then you get 7 or 8 hours. But what's cool about this is that I can come back home and do the mint drops as long as I'm doing this job, which is fantastic. I think that's a real nice perk, a nice bonus to this particular position as a bus driver, that I can actually do the mint drops. So that's a huge part of what we do here. Over here at the Son of a Silver Stacker channel. As you can see, if you go to the members only videos, these live streams are mostly the drops. We have been going live talking, and if you may have missed it, but I did go live on Gen X's channel on Saturday. Maybe it was Sunday in the morning, like at 11 a.m. Yeah, it was Sunday at 11 a.m. Hopefully you were able to catch that. But yeah, that's what members get, and there's a lot of good, juicy tidbits of information on these live stream videos, and you can always go back and watch them. They're for everybody when I'm doing it, and then once it's over, I put it in membership only category. Now, you guys have a great rest of your day. It is Wednesday. It's the middle of the week. Mittwoch, as they say auf Deutsch. And 2 more days left, and it's going to be Friday. Y'all have a great day today. I'm out.